The day I told her James wanted a divorce, she held me. Her perfume, lilies and rain, the same scent from my childhood's scraped knees. "We'll ruin him," she whispered, her voice a low, comforting blade. I believed her. My architect, my confessor, my best friend. We spent nights at her kitchen island, plotting over Pinot Noir. We'd take the house, the savings, his reputation. I was the heartbroken daughter, and she was my brilliant, ruthless general. It was a Tuesday when I saw it. I'd gone to her house for more strategy. Her laptop was open on the counter, an email notification flashing. From James's lawyer. Subject line, coordination for final deposition. My blood didn't go cold, it crystallized. I clicked. There it was, a chain of cordial, efficient collaboration. Her suggestions on how to frame my instability, his lawyer's gratitude for her clear-headed perspective. The world didn't spin. It snapped into a terrible, perfect focus. Every late-night planning session, every tear I'd shed in her kitchen, every secret I'd handed over, it was all feedstock. She wasn't building a case for me. She was building one against me, with him, for a cut, I later learned, a generous one. I didn't scream, I didn't cry. I closed the laptop, my hands steady. I heard her humming upstairs. The sound, once a lullaby, was now the buzz of a wasp. I left without a word. The betrayal was a grenade, but I didn't let it detonate. I swallowed the blast, let it fuel something quieter, something precise. I became a ghost in my own life. I gave them the performance they expected, the unraveling woman. I missed a meeting, sent a vaguely emotional text. I let James see me crying in the car. I let her comfort me, her eyes shining with counterfeit pity. All the while, I was learning. I hired a discreet investigator, not for James, but for her. I needed to know her architecture, every weak joint, every hidden load-bearing wall. I discovered her sanctuary, a modest charity she chaired, the Linden Foundation. It was her portrait of virtue, her social armor. I also found the leaks, the administrative fees siphoned from donations, the inflated vendor invoices to a company owned by her old college friend. It was petty, but it was a thread, and a thread is all you need to begin unraveling a tapestry. My revenge was not a scream, it was a silent, strategic dismantling. Phase 1, isolation. I began, carefully, to separate her from her support pillars. I had a quiet lunch with Aunt Claudia, accidentally lamenting how stressful the charity audit was for Mother. Claudia, a retired accountant, perked up. Audit? She never mentioned. The seed was planted. To her bridge club friend, I murmured my worry over Mother's financial juggling. Concern, you see, is the perfect vehicle for poison. I watched her alliances grow brittle, one confused conversation at a time. Phase 2, the substitute. I volunteered at the Linden Foundation. I was the diligent, heartbroken daughter seeking purpose. I learned the systems, gained trust, accessed the digital files. I compiled a neat digital folder, bank statements, invoices, email trails. I didn't steal anything, I just organized it for the right person. The final phase required a surgeon's timing. It was the annual Linden Gala, her night of triumph. She stood at the podium, radiant, speaking of transparency and community. I stood in the shadow of a marble column, my phone cool in my hand. I hit send. A whisper went through the crowd, then a stir. Phones lit up like fireflies. The folder, anonymously sent, had just landed in the inboxes of every board member, major donor, and the local arts reporter. It wasn't an accusation, it was a presentation. I saw the moment she knew. Her eyes scanned the room, catching the changed faces, the averted gazes. They landed on me. I held her look, my expression blank, calm. No smirk, no triumph, just a quiet, final severance. I saw the confusion in her eyes first, then the dawning, horrific comprehension. It wasn't James who had outmaneuvered her, it was the broken daughter she'd written off. I had used her own lessons, patience, strategy, the exploitation of trust, to bring her temple down on her own head. The fallout was methodical, public, and mercifully fast. Resignations, a forensic audit, the quiet disappearance of her name from donor lists. Her social life evaporated. The phone stopped ringing. She came to my new apartment once. She looked smaller. "How could you?" she asked, her voice hollow. I didn't offer her tea. "You taught me that love is a weakness to be exploited," I said, my voice even. "I just learned the lesson better than you anticipated." She left. There was no dramatic slam, just the soft click of a door closing on an ended era. The divorce with James was finalized last week. I got the house, a fair settlement. He looked tired. I felt nothing. People think revenge is about rage. It's not. It's about restoration. You take the shattered pieces of your trust, your peace, yourself, and you rebuild them into something colder, stronger, and utterly unbreakable. The greatest ally I ever had was the woman she betrayed. She forged me, and in the end, I used her own fire to burn her blueprint to the ground. I am at peace now. It is a quiet, clean, and very permanent kind of peace.